Yo, 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 what's up, man? Come on in, y'all. Come on in. We chillin'. Y'all already know what time it is. We're back here to serve some more game on the ground from Hunger House. We just got the pound and ready for the next round, man. With that being said, I hope everybody's had a good day today. My day's been alright. My day's been pretty chill, pretty regular, average day in the regularly scheduled program. You know, you get up, you get to the grind, keep on grinding until you go home, go to sleep, and get up and do it all over again the next day, you know. It's a new day today. Ain't really nothing to complain about. You know, you woke up in the bed, woke up with the roof over your head, you got food in your fridge. It ain't really nothing else to complain about. You know, if you wake up with a frown on your face, you need to go back to sleep and try it again because it's a new day. There's a lot of people who ain't get to wake up today. You know, but let me know how your guys' day was down there in the comments below. Let me know if you guys had a good day or a bad day. Let me know why either way. Also, let me know where you guys are tapping in from so I can shout out your country, your state, your city, whatever the case may be. I love knowing where my viewers tap in from. I also think it's interesting how we can all be on different parts of the world and still tap into the same exact place at the same exact time, you know. It's crazy how far technology has come, you know. When you look at the virtual reality, it's like you step into a whole different world for real, without actually going there, you know. It's like, uh, it's like Doctor Strange, what he do. You know how he make them portals and stuff? It's like that, but you can't walk through the portals. You can just see through them. That's how technology be like. That's the best way I can explain it. And I bet you, if within the next 30 to 50 years, if technology steady going the way it is, we're going to be teleporting from one side of the world to the other. They're going to have these teleportation stations everywhere set up. You know, we just go over there, press a button. Uh, just like the One, if y'all ever seen the One, Jet Li the One. Just like how they have it, you know. Yeah, man, it's just we steady winning, you know. We steady winning, steady going, and we do what we do every single day, you know. We do what we do. Yeah. But we're gonna get to this next message here in just a minute. Forgive me for the background noise. We got people out here that don't know what they're doing, but ooh, that hurt. That hurted. Ooh, that did not feel good. All right, y'all. That was just weird. I ain't never felt that before with a drink. But yeah, man. What are we talking about today? What are we talking about? Talking about how a school board canceled a meeting after parents raised concern for their children. And this is something that I don't feel like gets talked about enough. This is the type of stuff that gets suppressed uh, on social media because they don't want you to see this type of stuff. We're going to talk about it right here, you know, uh, once we hit 1,000 likes, which is going to be actually very soon. So, but yeah, man, it was, what was it, earlier today or last night? I seen this video. This I guess it was a parent school meeting, whatever school board meeting. I don't know what they call them. But it was a bunch of parents raising concerns about this rule that they were implementing. It was dang, my bad, y'all. I don't know if y'all heard that or not. Tires were screeching. But anyways, it was these parents that were raising concern about this rule that was being implemented in the school about certain kids uh, who identify as the opposite. You know, using the same locker rooms, same bathrooms, stuff like that. So if a boy identified as a girl, he could go into the locker room and use the locker room with all the little girls and stuff. And parents were raising concerns about that because uh, who wants their little girl in the locker room with boys? I sure don't. I don't. I don't want that. You know, uh, that 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 right there is a recipe for failure. It's a setup for failure. For your kids, for their future, you know, you teaching them to how can I say this without TikTok taking me down? You're teaching them to be around the opposite gender with nothing on, and that's not something that should be done. You know, these are kids. These are little kids, like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 year old kids. This is stuff that should not be done. And parents are raising their voices about it, and this little girl went up there to speak about it too, with her mom. and they still didn't do nothing about it. And eventually, when the last, not really, no, I wasn't the last. I don't know if it was the last. It could have been the last, or it could not have been. After this one guy spoke out, this one father spoke out about it, but the same thing, talking about how he don't want his little girl in the locker room with a bunch of boys. They canceled the school board meeting. They canceled the school board meeting because they were raising concerns about an issue that should not have even been uh, talked about in the first place in the school, because nobody needs their little daughters. Nobody needs their little girls in the locker room with a bunch of boys. That's a recipe for failure right there and disaster. Uh, your little girl gonna grow up to be a what, from seeing boys like that, from seeing dudes in the classroom, in the locker room, with nothing on. That's awkward for them. They don't want to see that. She said that she don't want to see that. The school board don't care. They still trying to do what they want to do, because the schools are all a part of the plan to take over. We're not gonna get into too much about it here, but the school pushes the agenda that every other industry pushes. They're all a part of it. They're all in with it. They're all a part of it. Which is the reason why they're pushing this whole rule of, if you identify as the opposite gender, you can use the opposite gender bathroom, which I think it should not be a thing at all. I don't care. Uh, and that's the reason why they canceled the meeting, was because they didn't want to hear it, because they know that it's wrong, but they don't care because they're getting paid to push the agenda. They're sellouts. They're all sellouts. They don't have no morals. They don't have no soul. They don't have no morality. They don't have no. They don't have nothing. You know. They chase money so much that they would sell themselves out to mess up little children's heads. That's how much that they chase the money. That they would chase the money so much that they would mess with a little child's head in school, because they get paid to do so. Can you imagine being that much of a sellout? Being that broke? That much of a nobody that you chasing money to the point to where you got to mess with a little kid to get money? That's what them school boards is doing. That's what them school boards is doing. They don't care. They don't care. They say it's my way or the highway. And there's parents, all them parents, and they were saying, I'm gonna take my child out of the school. I don't care. Hey, I support that. I support that. Hey, take them kids up out that school, man. Homeschool your kids. Uh, and if you don't homeschool your kids, find a homeschool program with other kids in it, because they need that social connection. I promise you that from personal experience. They need that social connection. So if you ain't homeschool your kids, find a homeschool program that you can put your kids and the other kids are going to. I know they got programs out there. Uh, I almost went into one when I was a kid, but I ended up not going. I don't think my mom was able to afford it at the time, but yeah, there's other homeschool programs with other kids out there, and if you can find one of those, you need to put your child in it, because they need that social connection. They need to be able to understand how to talk and communicate with other human beings. You know, if they don't, they just grow up to be awkward like me. But yeah, man, these schools out here, they don't care. They just trying to brainwash our children, which is why I always think it's important that we need to speak up when we see stuff like this, because we don't see nobody else speaking up about it. You don't see no celebrity speaking up about it. You don't see no actor, no artist, no YouTuber, Instagram model. You don't, or Instagram user, influencer, whatever. You don't see none of those people speaking up about stuff like this, which is why I think it's important that we speak about stuff like this, because somebody got to stand up for the kids, man. Somebody got to stand up for the children, because if we don't, then who is? Nobody. And that's exactly what they're looking for. They don't want nobody to stand up for the kids so that they can take control of the kids. That's why they have so many single parent homes going on out here. They advocating for you to go out and sleep with everybody on the corner of the road that you find, with somebody who don't want to have a kid. You have a kid. Daddy leaves because he don't want no kid. Mother's stuck there, so she has to work. Mom's not even in the house while the kid's in school. The teachers, the school boards, and the schools and the teachers are all taking over the kid's mind. But y'all don't see it though, because you're too blind. too goofy to understand. Public schools are not for the children. Public schools are not for the kids. Public schools are for the agenda, which is why you need to figure out how to homeschool your children. Get them up out of there. Put them in a homeschool program that has other kids so they can keep that social connection. Otherwise, you're gonna raise a generation full of goofballs with no brain, no way of thinking, who think that bedroom activities is the only valuable thing that they can offer. That's why you see so many women out here acting the way they act, because that's what happened to them when they were a kid. They were taught that, and they think that that's the only valuable thing about themselves. That's why you see so many women out here, single parent moms out here, because they think that bedroom activities is the only valuable thing that they can bring, that they can give, and that's wrong. That ain't the truth. So yeah, man. Protect your kids. Figure out something. If your school board is doing the same thing that this one did, pull your kid out of that school, man, and figure something else out. Protect the children at all costs, man. Protect the children at all costs. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get up on out of here, man. Deuces.